We were talking about Mexican food.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about it. So you're a Chipotle person?
So I had Wilbur's
Wilbur.
for the first time last week, and it was pretty good. I had the Korean bulgogi, and it was life-changing. Not as
Life-changing. I'm
not
glad you admitted
life-changing as Chipotle, but will order in the future, so that means it was pretty darn good.
Yeah, so Wilbur is a Mexican restaurant in Toronto. There's only one of them. So they have tremendous quality. It's not a chain like some other places. Taco Bell,
Authentic.
Chipotle. I'm putting those two in the same little corner. Well, we'll link, we don't have to link Chipotle, but we'll link Wilbur in the description. And if you're in Toronto, check it out. It's really good.
Worth it.
Dr.
1,000%. Yeah.
The bulgogi quesadilla. You only had a little sample of the guac. How was?
It was pretty good.
It was still good,
Pretty
though,
good.
right?
Very good.
I did intend to get you the bigger one, but
no, that was awesome. After the quesadilla was big enough.
Actually, yeah, and you know what was so good? I went in there. Well, I went in there again because I go there occasionally, not very often. Okay, I go there like multiple times a week, but I went in, and the guy's like, "Oh, sorry," because they forgot part of the order, and he like flagged me down. He's like, "Here's more chips. Here's a big thing of guac. Do you want some beers? You want this?" He was like super good. So I love those guys down at Wilbur.
Awesome.
So we'll make sure to
authentic.
Make sure to check them out. Very authentic. Yeah. So, all right. So today, welcome to CHIRO Coffee Chat. I'm Dr. Pete.
I'm Dr. Carla. What are we talking about today? Stress.
Stress. I think today. So this week we've been posting about stress in general and stress in chiropractic. So why don't you start off with some wisdom or thoughts?
Well, stress is a big component to pain, and that's what we see every single day are people in pain, and it's always trying to figure out where exactly the pain is coming from. And we're trained in the musculoskeletal system, but there's always additional components, especially when you're dealing with people. Stress is a major factor, especially now with COVID, even before COVID, that directly impacts you, not even your mind, but also your physical self. So it's also a big component in chiropractic care and how we deal with that. Great
start. I was going to say too, I always like to point out that stress it's not a thing. It's our reaction to something we perceive or something that we think, right? So you could be, people always use the example, you could be laying in bed at night, you're perfectly safe and warm and everything, but you just think thoughts about worry or anxiety or something that cause your body to go into a stress response.
Right.
And, it's something that we've always humans have to deal with, but probably increasingly so, we could argue, because of our technology. So with phones, you can be lying in your bed, scrolling on Facebook.
You're just exposed to so much more.
And you're seeing that. Yeah, I mean, you're seeing it and you're having a reaction to it, right? So, and it's a little bit different for everybody, right? Because something that might be stressful to you might not be to you. It's like dealing with just hair that's just very flat today. You guys, not really sure what happened there. Stressing me out to watch it and look at it on the camera, but. Anyway, so we have different approaches to manage stress. Part of them could be, as doctors, we're dealing. Well, you see with people, as you mentioned, that with people we deal with. So, what are just leaving chiropractic care aside right now? What are some of the things you recommend to patients that they come in and say, "Oh, Dr. Carla, I had a really stressful day at work, or I'm really stressed about this or that." What would you tell them that might be helpful?
I mean, very first thing is maybe not, you walk into your doctor's office, your immediate thought goes to everything wrong that happened that day, right? You want to tell your doctor exactly what's going on, where the pain is, what you're feeling that day. So just walking into an office that you're greeted, warm welcome, is going to change your perception instead of just focusing on that pain. It's a big thing. As soon as you walk in, you want the person to feel welcome, not stressed out walking in, because I mean, people are scared of the chiropractor, of course, especially if it's your initial visit, you don't know what to expect. So just that warm welcome feeling of safety is a very important thing. Also, trying to get them to focus on the good of the day, especially if they're, hyper focused on only the bad, just trying to change their mindset. Oh, well, tell me something good that happened today is another way I try and lighten the mood a little bit, point. Shift their mindset, yep. And then, give them tips and pointers, go home, try and relax today. What do you do to relax? Try and get them to think of things, because when you're in that vicious cycle of anxiety, stress, all you can do is hyper focus on that. So even letting them tell you what they like to do that's enjoyable can help them remember later on that day, okay, yeah, like I'm going to sit and relax and watch a show. I'm going to do a face mask. I'm going to drink a tea and just sit and read a book kind of thing. It'll just kind of give them that gentle reminder, oh yeah, I do have to do something relaxing tonight. So just trying to shift their mindset to help them to remember to try and take the time to relax, meditate, do anything that makes them happy is a big thing.
Awesome. I often think, geez, I'd love to get home and do a face mask.
That was the first thing that came to mind.
I couldn't resist. No, but that's the point, is that it's an individual thing. So, and so I think that if we tell someone, there's a little permission slip in there, because they might think, oh, I got to go home and I got to work on the house or clean or, do this with the kids.
Right.
But if the doctor says, hey, I want you to go home and put up, put on your favorite Netflix show and have a nice meal, then they're like, okay, I should do it. And hopefully that starts some momentum of, okay, I kind of think like if you relax tonight, there's a good chance tomorrow morning you'll wake up and be like calm and ready to start. But if you go to bed stressed tonight, it's going to spill into tomorrow. Yes. And that becomes a cycle and that's where we get into chronic stress. And physiologically, our body has responses to deal with, I'm not going to say stress, dangerous situations. So short responses that are supposed to be short term, that if they're prolonged, become damaging to the body. So that's the person, and probably all of us have had times where we, get into a cycle of stress,
of course,
life events, and we might go a number of days or weeks we're not sleeping well. It's hard to concentrate. You might, the physical, some of the musculoskeletal physical things with stress, we're going to have tightness, neck muscles, upper back muscles, tension through our head, headaches, migraines, jaw tightness and pain, clenching teeth. And those things can sort of build if someone's in a stressful period. And they can have a tough time breaking the cycle that's kind of perpetuating. So on the line of breaking that cycle, as you perfectly mentioned, things like, going home and doing things that are going to relax them. Getting a chiropractic adjustment can be, for many patients, and I find that for myself and for many patients, that a really good adjustment, there's a feeling, like you just exhale.
You get the weight off your shoulders, your head's going to float away, all good things. It just puts you in that mindset to go have a relaxing night. Take that self-care. You're already doing something self-care, getting an adjustment, getting your body looked at, adjusted. So it just, again, shifts your mindset to self-care. And
I think you said a great point, which is it puts you there, and then your job is to try to stay there you won't stay there indefinitely, but if you can stay there the rest of that night, perfect. And then you got a good sleep, then the next day can be better. What is it when a chiropractor, anybody puts their hands on someone else, but especially if you're moving a spine, what is it that would cause feelings of relaxation? Could you describe that for our viewers? Well, physiologically, what's happening?
An adjustment does give you an endorphin release, which helps relax your body. It also shifts your nervous system from that fight or flight, sympathetic, all day long stress into more of like a parasympathetic, rest and digest, able to heal type of shift. So that's it right there, is it's kind of transitioning you, granted temporarily, but it does, how do I say this? Yeah, shift you into that.
Yeah, it provides a shift. It will vary, like some, depending on you coming in, the person, where they're at that day, the type of adjustment, sometimes even the area of the spine that's adjusted, you may get more of that or less. Or sometimes I notice after a really good, often like it would be a good like upper thoracic, it's like upper mid back or cervical adjustment. I'll have that just totally relaxed feeling. And those might coincide with times when going in I'm a little more stressed. And if I go into my visit and I'm less stressed, I might feel less of that because I'm not having as much to come down from that sympathetic state. So it's pretty cool though too, and that's one of the things I always, even when I first started seeing a chiropractor and getting chiropractic care, having that like feeling after that, because there's a lot of things in healthcare that especially when it comes to like nutrition supplements, like take this supplement, it's good for you, and you take it and it's probably good for you, but you don't really feel, okay, I'm taking whatever vitamin C, it's good for me, but whatever. But an adjustment, I love that an adjustment, like you feel it right away, and you like, it's undeniable, right? And I mean, and I talk about this in my book, is that if somebody comes in and they're really stressed and they're in a lot of pain and stuff, they may not feel great after an adjustment because, and we're not trying to irritate them, but it's gonna take some time for their body to be able to relax enough and for us to achieve enough that they may get into a more relaxed state. So it's very much an independent thing in terms of where the person's at in their life, in their care, how much stress they're under. But it is really cool that chiropractic is a very safe, effective way to manage, to help people manage stress without medications too, right? Of course, and not having to rely on those. So, it's pretty cool.
Everyone always says, I wish you had like a nap room that you could send patients to, like next door after an adjustment. I was like, that's a very good idea. Not a good use of space, but
no, and that's amazing. How but that's how it was done in the old days, 30s, 40s, 20s. People would get adjusted and they would go and lie down for 2 or 3 hours, right? And what a great idea and opportunity. It's not totally convenient today with modern lifestyles.
No one has time for that, but
because now probably if we had a restroom, people would get adjusted and they'd go over there, and then if we checked on them, we'd see them on their phone, right? Like they'd be sneaking their phone, and we wouldn't want them to do that. But
it's like check your phone in at the front when you walk in.
That'd be good. That's real. Actually, where did I read about that? That's anxiety promoting. If you have someone like put their phone away from their body, for some people that can actually cause anxiety.
For sure.
Yeah, I get it.
Don't know what you're missing. You got FOMO,
you
right?
Could miss. Do
you know what FOMO is?
What is that?
Fear of missing out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I haven't heard that before.
Yeah. It's a good one. Yeah.
It is good. A couple last things that I'll just quickly mention. I'm going to mention one. I'll let you mention one. But one of my favorites is meditation. So I have been meditating for at least 15 minutes a day for, I have the date in my mind since December of 2019, so that's a year and a half. But I had meditated before that, but I would do it for a little bit and then stop for a little bit. But I haven't missed a day. And it's another one of those things that I love because to me, the connection between meditating and how I feel and how I function is undeniable. I meditate in the morning and I think clearer, I don't forget things. My body seems to move easier. I have all these things, and I'm not going to say that it started or even as like that every day, but generally the habit of doing it every day I think has built a lot of momentum for me, and now I just don't think I would ever miss it. I often tell patients to do it, and they either say one of two things. They say, I could never do that, my mind is too busy, or they say I tried it once and it's too hard for me.
I don't have enough time. I couldn't focus. I was too focused on a million other things I had to do.
And you know what? Here's my counter to that is you do have to try it for a while to really feel the benefits.
But you have to train yourself.
You have to train yourself. But one of the easiest ways to do it is to not think, okay, I have to sit here in the perfect posture and just have a blank mind, because for most people, they're not going to be able to do that.
Right.
But here's one thing that I've been doing lately that I really find easy is I will sit and I will count backwards from 100. Now, that's causing my mind to focus on its attention on something, but really to the exclusion of thinking about other things. And sometimes as I'm doing it, I'll catch myself like, oh, I'm starting to think about this thing later, or I have to do, and I can make it require more attention by doing something like counting backwards by threes, or counting backwards in Italian.
It's
which
that
I've
like
tried.
Conscious
Something that you
centering
have to,
back to the task.
You have to focus on, or you can't do it. And so that, if you haven't tried that, that could be something that could be really valuable. And again, when you're doing it, see how your body feels. Because what I notice when I'm doing it, as the minutes tick by, I'm there about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like my body's kind of getting like light or floaty almost. So I know I can feel, I'm not just sitting here like bored out of my mind, but I can feel something's happening in my body. So
yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah. What do you have as another tip for our...
I guess it's a type of meditation. I wouldn't really say it's direct meditation. My big thing is I need to be outside. So
that's a great one.
I hike,
So
I do walks, whatever it is. And I feel like, just like what Dr. Pete was saying, how he counts down from 100 to kind of block everything else out and just focus on that one task at hand. I feel like it's the exact same thing. I'm just focusing on walking, trying not to fall over a root or whatever, and you just kind of let your mind wander but not focus. You always come back to kind of walking, looking down, looking around. And I feel like that's my way of like guided meditation, is through hiking, walking, being outside, just being outside in nature, especially when we're in lockdown number 3 now. Just being able to go outside, see spring, hear birds, hear animals. Amazing. Is just therapeutic in itself, and just having that self-awareness to walk around and hyper-focus on something other than the millions of other things going on in the world. That is my thing.
A very great technique too. I believe that's like, even, I don't know if like a Zen thing, like you kind of like I don't know what it's exactly called, but basically you're just doing exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you're taking your foot is in front of you, now you put the next foot in front of you, or you're observing the nature around you. I believe too, I don't have a research quote, but I believe that walking in nature is associated with like a decreased sympathetic response too. So
you can focus on your breathing if that's what you want to do, in, out, the exact same as meditation. So
fantastic.
Yeah, there's so many different aspects you can focus on other than whatever stressor is bothering you, right? So
I think, and it's a great time of year, as you mentioned, like spring is one of the best times of year around here too.
Get your vitamin D.
Yes.
Can't get better, right?
Yeah. I was going to say one more thing, and this is a personal thing about anxiety and worry that I've found, is that I don't know how you feel about this, but like when you have like a problem and you can't just like go in and fix it. So it's going to be around for a little bit. It's very tempting to think, I have to keep thinking about this thing because somehow I'm going to like figure it out, or I'm going to be able to do something to make it better. And often it's actually the opposite. Right. When you can like step away from it and just leave it be, a lot of times it will fix itself, or you'll just be off walking in nature, and then you'll get an idea, oh, maybe I can do this too. Like it'll come to you, versus like trying to like squeeze the solution out of a problem.
Coming to the realization that you're not going to be able to figure out everything, because you can't decide or make reasons why for anyone else in your life. So trying and mulling it over in your head a million times as trying to figure out why something is the way it is never going to be a way to fix it. So
and it exhausts you and just perpetuates the stress response.
Yeah,
so
it's just that vicious circle. So focusing away from how am I going to fix this into other things that will in turn, I guess, take your mind off it.
Yeah, and get you back to a more resourceful state so you can do what you need to do.
That's exactly it.
Cool. All right. Great chat. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. And please give us a like. Please subscribe. If you have any ideas for things you would like us to chat about, any topics related to health, chiropractic, stress management.
Let us know how you de-stress.
That would be great. Yeah. You can also let us know your favorite Mexican spots where you live.
Not Chipotle.
Not Chipotle. Not the fast food of Mexico. Okay, I'll stop. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.